A woman stumbled upon a passenger plane in the desolate Gobi Desert. For a moment, she thought she was finally saved. But when she ran inside, her hope shattered. It was nothing but an old, abandoned aircraft that had been left to rot for years. Everything inside was useless. Still, she couldn't give up. Her son was trapped inside their car, where the temperature had already climbed to 40 degrees Celsius. She had to find a way, any way, to rescue him. After searching desperately for a long time, she found only two things, a bucket and a lighter. The moment she saw the lighter, a survival idea flashed through her mind. She rolled a tire off the plane, set it on fire, and hoped the rising smoke would attract the rescue team. Then she grabbed the bucket and ran toward a nearby stream she remembered. She filled it with water and rushed back to the car. But when she saw her son inside, unconscious from dehydration, she was hit with overwhelming despair. She climbed onto the car roof and poured all the water across the metal surface, hoping to lower the temperature inside. But it didn't work. Her son didn't wake up. Thinking fast, she lit a pile of dry wood and pushed the smoke toward the car's air intake. She hoped the vehicle's intelligence system would detect the smoke and automatically unlock the door. But instead, the external air circulation system, still active, shut down completely. Her son would suffocate. Panicking, she hurriedly put out the fire. In desperation, she picked up a wrench and began smashing the car repeatedly, trying to break in. But the car remained completely intact. She looked at her fading son through the window and was overwhelmed with guilt. If only she hadn't been careless, her boy wouldn't be fighting for his life. Just then, she noticed her son's finger slip into a small hole inside the car door. That tiny movement sparked hope in her heart. But before she could react, the black dog from the previous night returned, now more vicious than ever, and lunged at her. She scrambled and ducked inside the car while the dog attacked, biting down on her head. She screamed, fighting with all her strength. After several painful attempts, she managed to break free. But in the struggle, the car rolled backward. She crawled out from under it and tried to stop it, but at just 90 pounds, she couldn't hold it back. Right when the car was about to slide off a cliff, a large rock blocked its path and stopped it completely. She gasped in relief, but then remembered, if she didn't open that door soon, her son would die inside. She looked down the cliff, and suddenly, a bold idea struck her. If she pushed the car off the cliff, maybe, just maybe, it would break open. With no other choice left, she used all her strength and shoved the car over the edge. As it fell, the intelligence system activated. The gyroscope kicked in. The balance control system engaged. And with a deafening crash, the car hit the ground. She immediately began climbing down the cliff. But when she reached the wreck, she froze in disbelief. The car was completely undamaged. Not even a crack. She felt her heart sink. How could it survive such a fall? But as she checked on her son, she noticed something surprising. The door was open. She pulled the handle, and it moved. The door swung open. She was overwhelmed with joy. She pulled her son out, removed his clothes, and carried him into the shade to cool him down. At that moment, the car suddenly activated its self-check function and powered on. She stared at it in shock. Although she hated the idea of driving at that moment, she had no choice. Her son needed help. She put him back in his seat, hit the start button, and floored the accelerator, racing across the rocky Gobi Desert. But ahead of her was a steep hillside filled with sharp stones. For her son's sake, she steadied herself and activated the all-terrain control system. The car rose higher, switching into off-road mode. Collision map detected. Recalculating route. Please continue for 200 feet, the system repeated. She pushed forward, refusing to slow down. Finally, she made it out of danger and sped toward the hospital with trembling hands and sweat-soaked feet. Fortunately, the rescue was timely. Her son survived. And when he finally opened his eyes, the woman, exhausted, battered, and emotionally drained, broke into a grateful, relieved smile.